Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now the end of January of 2022, and as we get closer to the Book of Boba Fett Chapter 5, a lot of fans are also very much prepared for what Disney and Lucasfilm have in store for the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series marketing run that is all going to begin by this March. That's really going to elevate the overall marketing of the series, elevating the hype for the TV show, and really gaining the fan interest. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So, the thing about the franchise right now, where it really stands, so far we have noticed that the Book of Boba Fett, as a prime example, has had a lot of mixed reactions among the fandom. A lot of fans have had issues with chapters 1 through 3, while also seeing a drastic improvement with chapter 4 done by Kevin. Now, Kevin did a fantastic job directing the 4th episode, I gotta say. But that moves us on to one particular subject that has to do with a specific Star Wars director that really doesn't seem to be in the greatest seat right now when it comes to Disney's higher-ups and what they think about him. So, when you look at everything of what's been happening throughout, Star Wars history under Disney's wing, we have seen what happened with the sequel trilogy. We have also seen what happened with Solo: A Star Wars Story losing so much money at the box office because of what Kathleen Kennedy had done. That's another example. The David Benioff and D.B. Weiss trilogy that got canceled that was going to explore the Jedi origins, basically all of that about the Jedi Order and such. That also got canceled, and everything basically back then under Kathleen Kennedy was really a very tricky scenario. Now, here we are, it is the year 2022, and now we're seeing this drastic improvement, basically based on what of all the Star Wars TV shows are going to have to do in order to really gain the fan interest. So with that being said, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now beginning to work on the Ahsoka Tano series, as well as the animated Darth Maul series, both Favreau and Filoni are beginning to get ready to announce a series of new Star Wars shows at Star Wars Celebration by this May. However, it's noted that behind the scenes, Disney's higher-ups are currently in intense negotiations of firing and letting go of a Star Wars director from the franchise. Now, it's described that Disney's higher-ups were not all that impressed with Robert Rodriguez's work on the Book of Boba Fett chapters 1 through 3, and especially had more second thoughts about him after the fan reception of his episodes, in comparison to chapter 4, which was a great improvement to many fans, by Kevin. However, Disney's higher-ups now want to actually get rid of Rodriguez from working on any future Star Wars projects, including the already planned second season of the Book of Boba Fett that is now in the talks between Favreau and Disney. Now, further, it's noted that Rodriguez is aware of these negotiations taking place over at Disney, and that Disney is trying to weed out which directors and/or writers that work with Favreau and Filoni work out the best or don't for future Star Wars shows and movies. So, the thing about this, alright, one thing I will say, and I've talked about the Book of Boba Fett chapters 1 through 3, they are flawed, alright? There are moments where those chapters have flaws, and I will admit that chapter 4 was my favorite chapter because, well, I think it's pretty apparent. It was done by a different director. The first 3 were done by Robert Rodriguez, and a thing that I've noticed on and on is that there's a lot of fans out there that have a lot of negative opinions on the start of the Book of Boba Fett series. Basically, a lot of fans have been saying that they felt very mixed on chapters 1 through 3. Not that they were necessarily bad per se, but they had their moments of being both good and bad, and it wasn't really all that consistent to them. Now, to me, the Book of Boba Fett is a strong TV show because it holds a lot of opportunities still with the last 3 episodes and the second season that is still in the cards. So, keep in mind that this is not labeled as an event or a limited series. This is labeled as an original series, just like The Mandalorian, and of course, just like The Bad Batch. So there you have it. You have all these scenarios going into place here, and how Disney's been very unimpressed with Robert Rodriguez's work. Now, once again, I don't know if you guys have seen his work, but to me, his best work lies in Desperado and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Those are my only two favorite projects from him, personally. That's just my opinion. But overall, moving forward from this, alright, now, Disney wants to make sure that they only stick to creative directors and writers moving forward, and that they are testing the waters with the Book of Boba Fett as a trial run of who works out for the best to handle for the Book of Boba Fett Season 2. Disney has been very impressed with Kevin's work on Chapter 4, and especially what Howard has to deliver as well. Favreau and Filoni also have been in the talks again with Rodriguez about Season 2. However, lately Disney has interfered with that and does not want him on board for Season 2, or any other Star Wars project for that matter. Disney is now looking for Peyton Reed to direct a handful of episodes for the Book of Boba Fett Season 2 that they want to drop in 2023. Of course, Season 2 all depends on the fan reception of the first season in general. So, in case you guys are unaware of who Peyton Reed really is, that was the director of the Mandalorian Season 2 finale. In other words, the director of the Luke Skywalker episode in The Mandalorian. He did a fantastic job. He knew the right balance of what was too much Luke, what was too little of Luke, and how he worked that with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. So, I think that he is key to really handling this Mandoverse as a director, at least as one of the directors. Now, on top of this, but Season 2 is still in the cards as of right now. Rodriguez has also been told by Disney's higher-ups that they enjoyed working with him, but that they have their vision of making successful stories one after the other, and are trying to fulfill that goal for the fandom in order to make Star Wars more successful than ever before. So far, Rodriguez was supposed to become a part of The Mandalorian Season 4 as well as one of the directors, and however, that has now changed and been wiped out by Disney and is no longer happening. The director of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Spy Kids, and the Desperado trilogy as of now will no longer be involved with the Book of Boba Fett Season 2, nor will he be a part of Mando Season 4 as originally planned by Disney and Lucasfilm. This decision by Disney is in their best interest with great intentions, and not anything personal toward Rodriguez, in order to prevent bad Star Wars fan reception on future TV shows and even films, and is an ever-learning process as well. So once again, guys, I mean, I like Rodriguez, I like his work, I like the Desperado trilogy, I actually do like Grindhouse, and I like the other projects that he has worked on. You know, I think that he does a great job at what he does on some projects, but he has had a lot of misses. He's a real hit-and-miss director. You know, we've seen what he had done with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, or what he had done with the Spy Kids franchise. Those are prime examples of his weaker points of his career as a director, and I think that when you look at everything, you know, coming into fruition here, everything related to Boba Fett Season 2, it probably was the best decision on Disney's part to rid of Rodriguez and focus more on Peyton Reed and better directors. Now, I have nothing against Rodriguez, but I think that Disney might have made the right call, that they're acting very fast, and if they see that there's bad fan reception, they're going to take action on it very fast now. They're not going to sit and wait to see, you know, what works with Rodriguez, what doesn't work for years on end. They want to make sure that all these projects are going to be very successful consistently, and I've been saying this for the longest time. It's going to take at least 3 years minimum to have the fans really turn around and really get back interested in a universal scale of consistent, successful Star Wars stories in a row. That's what they have to do, and that's what they must do. So overall, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. Thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.